From Las Vegas, Fox 5 News This Morning starts now.
Younger and younger and just more prone to violence.
The manhunt continues this morning for 3 suspects wanted in a possible gang-related shooting. But police say the victim was doing moments before he got caught up in the gunfire.
Have fun, but don't break the rules. Our local first responders are ready to lay down the law to any unsafe partygoers this New Year's Eve to make sure you don't end up in the hospital or in jail.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Melissa Deach in for Dave Hall. And the guys, it's 4:30. You're not dreaming. You're not waking up.
No, exactly. We were having some technical issues. That's why we had to take Fox News. But we thank you so much for being patient if you are just tuning in. We did get on our Facebook Live on our Fox 5 Facebook page. So we were able to give you little updates on some of the stories we were working on. Cassandra gave us an update on the weather. But again, thank you so much for being so patient with us as our engineers, our wonderful, hardworking engineers, worked on those technical issues.
Yeah. All right, let's get Cassandra in here. Cassandra, I know you say you have some changes coming up for us this weekend, but also news of an earthquake overnight.
Oh, yeah, there was news of an earthquake overnight, you guys, right on the northern Nevada and California border. This is near Hawthorne, so a 5.7 earthquake that did occur early this morning, right around 12:22. Several aftershocks have been felt. This is about 70 miles south of Lake Tahoe, so people in Yosemite, Mammoth Lakes reporting that they felt the shaking, the rumbling from that quake. Of course, it happened earlier this morning. Good news is no reports of any damage and no reports of any injuries. So that is the good news there. And we'll be keeping you updated throughout the broadcast if that changes or if we continue to see more aftershocks. Since right now, I believe the largest aftershock that we've seen has been about a 2.5. So again, just keep that in mind. But starting off this morning, 35 degrees, nice clear skies. Wind speeds are out of the southwest at 3 miles an hour with high temperatures today, ranging from 55 degrees in Boulder City up to 64 degrees in Laughlin, 57 degrees in Las Vegas and in Mesquite, with 59 degrees in Pahrump. So we continue a little bit of that warming trend over the next couple of days. You can expect mostly sunny skies and lighter breezes through Thursday. But by Friday, all of that will be changing. I'll let you know if you're going to be needing an umbrella as we ring in the new year. That's coming up in just a little bit. For now, I will send it back over to Alyssa.
All right, Cassandra, thank you. 4:32 now. Police say a man was shot and killed after confronting a group of people who were tagging a wall at a Valley apartment complex. This morning, those suspects are still on the run. The shooting happened around 6:30 last night at the Sedona Ridge Apartments on Duneville near Tropicana and Jones. Police say shots were fired right after that argument broke out. The victim was rushed to UMC, where he later died. Police say they are seeing an increase in gang crimes and say these images the group was tagging were gang-related.
Younger and younger and just more prone to violence when they have that mentality of somehow connected to a gang. There is a connection definitely in a number of cases to California, and the gang connection is something that sticks out, especially when they're younger.
Police have been interviewing witnesses, hoping it will lead them to the suspects. One witness told police the 3 male suspects took off in a 4-door black sedan, possibly a Honda Civic.
Well, Metro is also asking for your help locating a carjacking suspect who led police and NHP troopers on a car chase from Las Vegas to Jean. Police say it started here in the Valley when the suspect threatened to shoot another man who was loading items into a work truck. He then took off in the victim's truck. Shortly after, NHP spotted the stolen vehicle on the I-15 South. Police say the suspect abandoned that truck near the Jean Airport. K-9 officers and an air unit could not find that suspect. So anyone with information on either of these incidents should call police or Crime Stoppers at that number right there, 702-385-5555. Well, New Year's Eve weekend is upon us, and we will have some added protection to keep us safe during the holiday. 40 Nevada Army Guard soldiers will be stationed at McCarran Airport from Friday to Monday.
Yeah, they will let local police have more flexibility to respond to other calls around the Valley. The Guard says having the soldiers on hand was not prompted by any specific threat. Other National Guard soldiers will be on standby around the city.
Yeah, never hurts. Better safe than sorry, right? More protection. Well, police won't be the only ones gearing up for the busy holiday weekend. It will also be all hands on deck for first responders here in our Valley.
The fire department says this is one of their biggest nights, second only to the 4th of July. Local emergency groups have been planning for this weekend for months. Fox 5's Miguel Martinez-Valle shows us how they're getting prepared.
Weekends are already big in Las Vegas, and now you're going to add New Year's on top of it. We're definitely expecting high numbers this weekend for sure.
A high number of locals and visitors that can quickly turn into a high number of emergency calls for first responders around the valley.
You know, we'll say about 12:30, it just spikes in volume. Everybody, all the fire stations are running calls. All paramedics, all the private EMS personnel were responding on different calls.
Fireworks are illegal in Clark County on New Year's Eve, but the fire department tells me that's not an issue that it's been dealing with lately. The $1,000 fine and potential jail time helps prevent that.
Most of those calls are medical related. And they come in the later hours of New Year's Eve.
One of the biggest issues crews will run into is people aren't dressing warm enough for the winter weather. So they're collecting blankets, and they're expecting to hand out 200 or 300 of them before the night is over.
We've already started a wall of blankets and sheets because, like we said, people do get cold, and we want to be able to get them out of the elements, and we want to be able to warm them up.
But it's not just weather causing problems.
We get trips and falls, we get slips, we get people that have been in car accidents, we get people that have ingested too much.
Alcohol poisoning, fights, you name it, emergency crews are fully staffed and ready. But just because they can deal with it doesn't mean they should.
Party safely. We want everybody to have a great time, and we want everybody to have a wild ride into 2017.
Miguel Martinez-Valle, Fox 5 News, Local, Las Vegas.
Well, America's Party 2016 will shut down the Las Vegas Strip this weekend, and Metro Police reminding visitors about the rules.
Help us make the party on New Year's Eve safe and successful. Under a new law, certain items are now prohibited on the Strip during major events. Bags and backpacks, oversized purses, luggage, strollers, and carts. All of these items are banned, along with glass bottles that were already prohibited. The goal is to give police and security officers less to worry about as they keep a close eye on the crowd.
All right, guys, well, under county ordinance, certain items you heard there, like backpacks, strollers, and coolers, will be banned on the Las Vegas Strip. Law enforcement is asking everyone to please follow the rules.
And don't plan on taking your car down to the Strip either to watch those fireworks. There will be major road closures on the Las Vegas Strip for New Year's Eve. Here's a look at what areas will be off limits to you. The entire Strip from Mandalay Bay to SLS at Sahara will be closed down to traffic. And there will also be closures in downtown Las Vegas. Fremont Street at 4th Street and Casino Center Boulevard will be closed. That starts at 4 p.m. Saturday through 4 in the morning on New Year's Day. And in 3 days and about 16 hours, the big ball will drop in Times Square, and we are getting a first look at the big crystal ball that will usher in the new year. When the celebrations began in 1907, the ball weighed a few pounds. Today, it is a masterpiece. The world-famous Waterford crystal ball has a new design this year called Gift of Kindness to convey hope for the world after a tough 2016. The big ball weighs around 12,000 pounds and is covered with more than 2,600 Waterford crystals. Outgoing United Nations Secretary General Ban Ki-moon will initiate this year's ball drop. We'll be right back.
It's really devastating. She was such an amazing woman as an actress, as an advocate for people with disabilities, mental disabilities, and for women in Hollywood.
Another legend gone too soon. More on Carrie Fisher's life and legacy, plus how her Vegas Star Wars fans are remembering their princess.
And coming off a tough game, the Runnin' Rebels are hoping they learned some moves from number 3 Kansas as they get ready for tonight's matchup.
Also coming up, 2 sanitation workers going above and beyond the call of duty to celebrate their tiniest fan, how they plan to help the family in the new year to bring light to a very dark situation. Good Wednesday, right? It's Wednesday morning. I'm Maria Silva. Thanks so much for joining us.
And I'm Melissa Deach in for Dave Hall for the rest of the week. And let's get a quick check of our weather forecast. It's been a crazy morning, but we're just going to keep this train rolling.
Going, exactly. Technical issues fixed. We're back on air. And Cassandra, what's going on?
Hey, ladies. Good morning. Well, once again, we're starting things out into the 30s. Doesn't look like we're approaching the freezing mark right now, but we may have some valley locations and especially some of the outlying areas of the valley approaching that 32-degree mark. mark. So just keep that in mind. Heavy-duty jackets as you head out the door this morning. Light wind speeds out of the southwest to 3 miles an hour this morning. Nice clear skies with high temperatures today ranging from 55 degrees in Boulder City up to 64 degrees in Laughlin, 57 in Las Vegas and Mesquite with 59 degrees in Pahrump. So we continue that warming trend with temperatures approaching 60 degrees as we get you closer to the weekend. But on Friday, all of that will be changing. We're picking up a chance of showers on Friday, and we could even be seeing that rainfall Saturday into Sunday. We're keeping a close eye on this next system for you. I'll give you all of the details that you need to know associated with these next two systems coming up here in about 15 minutes. But this morning, I'm also filling in for Ken Smith. He is enjoying the rest of the week off, and we are taking a live look outside this morning. Near the Spaghetti Bowl, you can see there's a stalled vehicle in this area. It is off to the shoulder, so shouldn't be impacting your drive, but just in case you're driving by here, you will see that car off to the shoulder. Let's go and take a look at the maps. No accidents or incidents to report at this time. That is the good news. Smooth sailing on this Wednesday morning. For now, sending back over to the news desk with Maria and Alyssa.
It was surreal.
Extra emotional.
I feel a big, pain in my heart at that moment. I feel like crying.
I'm just so sad that she's gone now. She was a childhood hero for all of us.
Yeah. It really is a sad day.
But, Carrie Fisher will always live on. That's what's great about movies.
She was Princess Leia, and we love her.
Of Carrie Fisher's passing was, of course, a shock to Star Wars fans around the world and right here in our valley. Carrie Fisher died of cardiac arrest yesterday, 5 days after suffering a heart attack on a plane. The actress, of course, was best known for playing Princess Leia in the Star Wars film franchise. And Fisher was also the daughter of actress Debbie Reynolds. Here are a few pictures of Fisher and her mother when the two visited Lake Las Vegas to celebrate Elizabeth Taylor's 75th birthday back in 2007. Both Debbie Reynolds and Liz Taylor were married to Carrie Fisher's father, Eddie Fisher.
And the death of Carrie Fisher is hitting very close to home for one group at UNLV.
Not only is our princess gone and our general has passed, but we're mourning the loss of a personal hero for a lot of us. Carrie Fisher was a very powerful icon, not only for women in science fiction and of course Star Wars, but also a huge advocate for mental health awareness.
Members of the Society of Lightsaber Duelists say they looked up to Carrie Fisher. They plan to hold a special performance in her memory next spring to promote mental health awareness. And the force is strong with one neighborhood in Las Vegas. Several streets near Russell and the 95 honor the Star Wars franchise. There's Skywalker Avenue, Tarkin Avenue, Vader Avenue, Kenobi Avenue, and of course, Leia Street. Yesterday, one woman left white flowers on Leia Street as a tribute to Carrie Fisher. And Carrie Fisher is being remembered this morning for her advocacy for mental health and fearless on-screen presence.
Yeah, the actress appeared in Hollywood hits like The Blues Brothers, Austin Powers, Charlie's Angels, and most recently in the Lego Star Wars movie. Fox's Anita Vogel has more on her life and legacy.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Carrie Fisher, best known for her role as Princess Leia in the blockbuster franchise Star Wars, passed away 4 days after suffering a heart attack on a plane coming from London on Friday. In a statement from her daughter, Billie Lourd, her mother passed at 8:55 a.m. Tuesday morning at a Los Angeles hospital, saying, quote, "She was loved by the world and she will be missed profoundly." Hollywood has been quick to react to Carrie's death, with tweets being posted by many celebrities, including her Star Wars co-star Mark Hamill, who tweeted, quote, "No words, #devastated." Another from Billy D. Williams saying, quote, "She was a dear friend whom I greatly respected and admired. The Force is dark today." And Harrison Ford told People magazine, quote, "Carrie was one of a kind, brilliant, original, funny, and emotionally fearless. She lived her life bravely." The actress and writer was born into Hollywood royalty on October 21st, 1956 in Los Angeles, California. She was destined for stardom. Her parents were singer Eddie Fisher and actress Debbie Reynolds. She became a pop culture icon after starring as Princess Leia in the 1977 hit film Star Wars and its sequels.
Carrie Fisher has so much more to be remembered for. She was witty and funny. She wrote like a dream. She was a fantastic actress.
Fisher published her first novel in 1987 called Postcards from the Edge, which she later adapted into a screenplay and then was made into a film starring Meryl Streep and Shirley MacLaine. Fisher went on to become a successful screenwriter, revising many Hollywood scripts and taking on supporting roles in movies like When Harry Met Sally.
Ken Darman. He's been married for over a year. Really? Married.
She long battled drug addiction and mental illness, but recently reprised her famous role as Princess Leia in last year's Star Wars: The Force Awakens, and finished filming Star Wars Episode 8, the third film in the franchise, due out in December 2017. Carrie Fisher was 60 years old. In Hollywood, Anita Vogel, Fox News.
Now, tributes are also pouring in for British pop icon George Michael, who brought us classic hits like Wake Me Up Before You Go Go, Faith, Careless Whisper, and Last Christmas. Fans and well-wishers are placing flowers, candles, and condolence messages outside the singer's home in England. George Michael's career spanned nearly 4 decades, selling more than 100 million albums and winning countless Grammy and American Music Awards. The former Wham frontman died suddenly of heart failure on Christmas Day. George Michael was only 53 years old.
Time now, 4:47. The all clear is given at Trump Tower, New York, after a suspicious package forced an evacuation. You can see the panic in this video as police cleared out the building to investigate. This video was posted on Twitter, showing the crowd running through the lobby toward the exits. The unattended package ended up being a backpack filled with children's toys. President-elect Donald Trump lives in the tower and has his offices there, but he was not on site yesterday. He was at his estate in Florida. In more local news this morning, the Runnin' Rebels are back on the road for their first game of the Mountain West Conference season.
Yeah, the Rebels tip off against Colorado State at 8 p.m. in Fort Collins, and both teams have plenty of fresh faces. Colorado State and UNLV have had some major roster overhauls since last season. The Rams roster runs 10 men deep, and every player will be on the court. Last week in the Red Zone, UNLV coach Marvin Menzies said he knows exactly what to expect from the other coach and his team.
They're always going to be tough. They're always going to, Larry Stacy's teams are always going to rebound like crazy. They're always going to, be very tough-minded, and they're always going to have a couple guys that can go get buckets. So, obviously, a tough challenge for us.
Now, Coach Menzies says his team is prepared for a battle, and once again, the Rebels will be without Dwayne Morgan, who is nursing a hip injury. You can catch tonight's game live on ESPNU at 8 p.m. So good luck to the Rebels. Well, UNLV will hit the home court New Year's Eve against Wyoming at 1 o'clock. So make sure to catch Kevin and Coach Menzies in the Red Zone this Sunday night at 11 p.m.
The Foothill High School Band has been practicing day and night for their big Rose Parade performance. Next Monday, the band will put it all on the line in Pasadena. But it's a pretty big deal considering only 21 bands are picked to perform in the parade. The Foothill Band is made up of 300 students who take their craft very seriously.
It's been some intense training, a lot of effort has gone into this. It's just been a lot of hard work and time spent out on the field.
I think the main thing that I'm excited for is just going there because it's already a really big thing. So it's
just doing what you do.
Yeah, I'm just really excited to be there.
One of the songs Foothill will perform is an original. You can watch the Rose Parade on the Hallmark Channel and HGTV.
'Cause this town never stops. Las Vegas rocks. Las Vegas rocks. You're in a city that never sleeps. Las Vegas. Bright lights, nightlife, 24 hours a day. Las Vegas, Las Vegas.
Catchy tune there. Yeah, the city of Las Vegas will be ringing in the new year with a new song and a theme song. Las Vegas entertainer Tony Sacca wrote and performed the song to help the Strip welcome the new year. He says it's his way of saying Happy New Year to everyone here in fabulous Las Vegas. Well, as Las Vegas prepares to welcome thousands of visitors, the Rate Prices Center is urging partygoers to go out together, stay together, and leave together.
Just like you wouldn't give your keys to somebody or give somebody their keys back who's been drinking quite a bit, you don't want to leave somebody in that situation with somebody that they just met, because the chances of something bad happening are just like if they were to drive themselves home.
The slogan is part of the Party Smart campaign. They are reminding partygoers to make a plan before you go out, watch out for anything suspicious, and have a code word in case of an emergency.
And Metro is joining forces with Lyft to help prevent drunk driving on the holiday. New Lyft users can get a $50 ride credit between 7 p.m. and 3 a.m. And police say if you don't make arrangements to get home, you can count on them to give you a free ride to jail. To snag your free ride on Lyft, use the code there on the bottom of your screen, LVNYE. And Uber will also be offering rides to partygoers on the Las Vegas Strip. There will be 3 Uber pickup and drop-off locations, one at the south end of the Strip at Mandalay Bay, another at the north end at SLS. The other one is right in the middle at the Link. New users can also get a free ride credit by downloading the Uber app.
Well, straight ahead, a kind gesture from a garbage man to his biggest little fan will warm your hearts.
There it is! I found it with my binoculars!
That's hard to put words to it other than I thank you seems so insufficient.
What the garbage man did when he found out why that toddler wouldn't be there to greet him every day.
Now, Fox 5 weather 24/7.
Good morning and welcome back. The current time right now is 4:53 and we're starting out the day at 35 degrees. Clear skies and light winds out there for us this morning, but we are gearing up for a few changes over the next couple of days. So we're starting that warming trend. Today we go above our seasonal average of 56 degrees, topping out at 57, with daytime highs approaching 60 degrees by Thursday, but by Friday, all bets are off. We're going to be bringing in one of 2 different systems on Friday, and that second system could be impacting our New Year's plans. So 7 o'clock this morning, 34 degrees. By lunchtime today, 51 degrees, and by 5 p.m., we will be at 55 degrees. Mostly clear skies taking us throughout the day today, along with the lighter wind speeds, 5 to 10 miles an hour, as our daytime high temperatures are climbing over the next couple of days. Again, 2 systems are on the way. We're going to see the effects of the first one on Friday, and then the second one will be arriving Saturday into Sunday. So we do have a chance of rain as we head on into the new year in the first week of 2017. So here's what we're looking at. Confidence is high in the first storm system. It's going to be impacting the valley on Friday. We're anticipating some scattered showers, not like what we experienced right before Christmas Eve. Remember that day when we had all of the accidents and we had lots of rainfall moving in across the valley, several places receiving about 1/4 of an inch of rain or more. Well, this next system going to be bringing us less than 1/4 of an inch of rainfall, and that's on Friday into Saturday. The second system arriving Saturday into Sunday. Less confidence with this storm system, but we still have the slight chance of showers for both days. Temperatures right at 56 degrees, and it will be partly cloudy over both of those days. So we're keeping a very close eye on that second system, and of course all of this will come into better sight as we get closer to the weekend. So once we get about 3 days out, we'll be able to tell if this storm system will actually be impacting our plans or not so much. The good news is not a whole lot of wind associated with this system, so it should not be impacting all of the fireworks displays happening down on the Las Vegas Strip. 56 degrees Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Again, chance of showers on Friday. Slight chances for Saturday and Sunday. We dry things out into the next week. Monday it will be breezy, and by Tuesday we'll be at 53 degrees, but we will be keeping things dry for the start of 2017 on Monday and Tuesday, but of course still keeping an eye on Saturday and Sunday. And as you're heading out the door this morning, of course I'm filling in for Ken Smith all week long. Live look outside near the I-15 in Charleston. We have a stalled vehicle off to the shoulder, so I'm sure a couple people probably being a little looky-loos this morning, kind of curious what's going on here, but again, don't let it impact your travel this morning. It is off to the shoulder, so it should not be impacting your morning commute. That is the only incident we are dealing with right now. No accidents to report as we take a look at the maps around the valley. So that is the good news on this Wednesday morning. For now, send it back over to the news desk with Maria and Alyssa.
All right, thank you so much, Cassandra. Well, Hatchimals that don't hatch. Well, a lot of kids were left disappointed after their most sought-after toy didn't live up to expectations. Some parents say the coveted toy just they just simply won't hatch. The toy is supposed to hatch from an egg when the children knock, tap, or rub on the shell after about 30 minutes of playtime. Now, a spokesman for the Spin Master Hatchimals parent company says there are some cases where the product may not perform as well as expected. That's when you get your money back. Now, the company is vowing to do everything possible to resolve the issues.
Well, an unlikely bond is bringing joy to a young girl with cancer and her family.
Yeah, and now every week, 3-year-old Rose and her sisters scramble to the window to say hello to their neighborhood heroes.
There it is! I found it with my binoculars!
We wait and we look for them. For us, it makes our day.
It could warm anybody's heart seeing those girls wave.
Yeah, around Halloween, the guys dropped off treats for the girls. In return, the girls drew them pictures, which the guys now treasure. When Brandon and Taylor found out the girls would miss some of their Thursday visits because Rose had chemo treatments, they decided to reach out to the family. They left a note from their company offering the family free garbage service for all of next year.
Started crying because that was, it was only a few weeks out from the diagnosis. Sometimes it's hard to be positive, but little things like what Hometown did are helping us limp along.
It really brightened our day just to find that and just that they cared.
But that wasn't the only gift. The guys stopped by with Christmas gifts for the girls and their baby brother Lincoln. And we have some good news to share. Rose's chemotherapy appointments will be changed to Mondays next year, so she will still be able to sit around and wave with her sisters on Garbage Day. Stay with us. Fox 5 News This Morning. We'll be right back in 2 minutes.